Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in today. Kind of like a energies topic. Yeah, emotional day today. Yeah, it's an emotional day. Um, Attached to the energies into the current what's going on. So today, it's a beautiful day. That is a unifications of the three feminine energies under the divine, going from within. But looking at with all this, it's affecting the both sides. There's always two sides. They have to become one. That's what unifications is. That's what the situations are, the way they are from within. So, talking about today during the holidays in separation. Take a look within yourself why the separation is. We did talk about the separation, that this it is a part of your illuminations. That's what the separations it is between people to illuminate themselves. There is a live video here. If you guys don't know it, you can go ahead and look at it within this. You can go seek it. We actually went out deep within this because I believe was it the purpose of the separation that we talk about in the live video here. We discuss it here, and right now we are going in the same way. As I said before, the way it goes with the retrograde planets, when we gonna go retrograde, we're gonna learn things, then we're gonna go back to the same things. That's why don't make actions until the retrograde period is done. Okay, so that's what this is, and we are gonna go look at it deeply. What Giving you suggestions, okay, from personal experience, what you can do about holidays from within. You need to understand there is a holy. That is a the word holy. That is about divine days. If you take it as a holy days, like you celebrating your 3D reality, good luck to you. But if you look at it as a spirituality point of view, holy, it is a divine days. That is the days that you're going to look for the divine guidance within you. That's what this holy days. They are for a holy purpose. They're not for you to get drunk, you to go ahead, have some situations, and you to go screws up and so on. And this it is about divine from within. So let me recognize the people who comes in chat. Diamond B. We have a Diamond B and a baby here. I'm so happy to see you. Thank you that you're here and you're okay. Ray, thank you. I had a very good conversations yesterday. Erica, thank you for coming in. Christine, thank you. Johnny Varga, thank you for coming in. Angelique, uh, Musart, hello dear. Thank you for yesterday. Very informative and helpful. So I can continue my journey. You're welcome. Thank you for reaching out, and glad that wherever we had the consultations with you, helps you out. I wish you all the best. If you need some more or send the feedback, you know how to find me. Blue Swans, there you go. I would have changed your name from Blue Swan 333 to Blue Swans. This is like two of you coming into one. And thank you for the so much love. Thank you for just guys to send you a friendly reminder that tomorrow I'm gonna be kind of like the last day for consultations or anything that you guys have going, because on 13th I'm gonna be doing some medical procedures with me, and I'm gonna be off for a little while. So there will be kind of like a no daily chat, and I'm gonna leave you out without the astro gravitational report as well. So mind your things. Maybe tomorrow we are gonna be talking about more about situations and whatever you guys need it for, and kind of like keeping you with this. Hi, Christine. Thank you for coming in. And What is it with the holidays? A lot of the twin flames during the holidays, they're going into, ooh, they're going through the emotions. They're going through deep from within, the missing, the disappointments, the sadness, and so on. They're going into their shadow side. So do you. The question is what are you going to do? What are you getting in there? So during the separations, the best thing that you're going to do is look within your shadow. You need to understand the shadow work never ends. It's only evolved from one place to another. And the more you're looking within the darkness, the more you shine your light within. That's how it always been. The more you shine the light, the more darkness you find. It is what it is. But during the separations, looking at why did you get separated? What was the triggers? What was the situations? Don't look at it, the actions of your divine connection. Looking at your your actions. How did you act? How did you react? For Lorianne, thank you for coming in and looking inside of you. What could you have been done differently? What do you need to upgrade within you? What do you need to update within your own self? If they were reacted, or so on and so on, projections from within. But the best thing can do during the separations is actually you to look from within. It's very good during the holidays if you can travel somewhere. You to go ahead and travel for the holidays, you to go ahead celebrate the holidays, but for yourself, because you usually celebrate holidays for somebody else. You buying gifts for somebody else. You buy situations. You presenting this. You put some pressures to you. You put all this. Make sure this is fine. That is fine. This is it. That is in order. That is it. The traditions. That is it. The cultures. That was this. That was that. What was the time for you? So this separation is actually a blessing in disguise, because when you go out and celebrate yourself, you can go to a place that you always dream about it. You can go ahead and see things about it. But you're also gonna celebrate your holy days. That is the days from within you with the divine. That's what the separation process is about. If you focus within the sadness, within the grief, within this, that can reflect you. That means you're not healed. And if you focus within everything else that goes on, guess what? You're gonna be missing this celebration from within yourself. How that's gonna make you feel? It's not gonna help you. You're not gonna evolve. You're not gonna bring the happiness within you again. And then guess what? You're not gonna learn to see what you need to do in the next situations. If they're talking to you, they're talking to you. If they don't talk to you, they don't talk to you. That is their choice that they are going to do. Why they want to talk to you? Because they're not illuminate enough to talking to you. I was talking to Nick. We talked about some of the situations today, and if you are in this separations with cut contact and cut communications, like blocking and all this stuff and all these situations with, it is about you to not have the energies exchanges. Okay, because when those limitations are coming and the energies exchanges are out of purpose, you're going to end up with all this from within. Yes. Andrea, hi. Paulina, hi. Holy days. Does put these things into the right perspective. Exactly. That's what the holy days is. We turn actually these holidays to money making situations. Money making. If you look at it, the holidays turn out to a big, giganto momentos of spending money, making money, and so on. Compared to what we need to do is spending the times for looking at from within ourselves and our relationships with the divine and our divine relationships with everybody else. That's what this is. There is a lot of religious holidays. Pretty much every other culture, they have their own holidays around Christmas time. Okay, so take a look within this perspective that this holiday, the divine holidays, is actually for you. I made it a video long time ago when I was talking about exactly about this, because you put time, effort, and energies with things that not that much important compared to what's going on in the reality within you. You just sit down and have these divine conversations. First within you, then with everybody else within the family. That's what these holy days are. They are not for any other purpose from within. If you are in this grief, sadness, loss, and so on, is that going to help you or the connection? No. Okay. But before you doing all these situations, make sure that the person that you are connecting with in there from to you or whatever is, look the situations in the more deeply levels inside of you, because actions, they speaking of what it is. Action creates these separations. It didn't create it something else, but the actions came in from what? From the mind. And now during these upgrades that we are going in right now, you guys feeling the upgrades. I don't have to tell you that you don't, because I seen it. I am looking at the people getting these upgrades within. And those upgrades, they changing your perspective within your mind, like the base knowledge insight for it is that these upgrades, they changing your view about the holidays. Totally, they changed it, because now you're looking from a divine perspective from within you. You're not looking at any more of this, who's giving you a gift, who's not giving you a gift, who's not doing. No. Who is acting as a soul on earth? That is it, the biggest gift. You want someone to have maybe not perfect dinner, but to have good dinner with the good communications, with truthful energies, you to sit down and enjoy it, you to be. But if the person is not near you, as you're in a separation and it's out there, maybe find some other people, maybe find friends, people that you resonate with in the truth. Maybe go ahead and take yourself out in a vacation, for example. Go somewhere, decide that you are going to have this inner communications from within yourself. That way, this process of separations during the holidays is not going to put you down into the mud. It's going to help you to evolve. Look everything in the terms of energy, emotions, vibrations, gravitations, because that's what you are. That's what this is. And if you look at it in during the separation, there is a missing gravity, there is a missing energy within you. That maybe the energy that you give to the other person, you expect him back. Maybe there was a distortion within the energies between you when you had to combine energies together. But all this missing situations is going to trigger you to see within yourself. If you're missing energy from them, that is it, the energy you need to develop within. You demand an energy from them is the same thing. You have to develop from within, because you want something that you don't have. But in order to be the way that is going with the energies exchanges, you have to have this within you in order to receive. You have to give to receive. And look at it within the holidays, within yourself, managing. managing your thoughts, managing your parent patterns, managing the situations. Look everything in there. You can look at your emotional state, you can look at it your psychology state, you can look at it your energy, your vibrations, the gravity towards you, and evolve with them. That's what these holy days are for it. For some of you, it's going to be a rough season, but let me tell you, current energies, and now talking about this, can trigger a lot of emotions from within you. But that is the energy into emotion, energy that moves. You need to understand by Christmas time, we are going to have a Jupiter that enters Aries. We are going to take off. But how are you going to take off? You're either going to take off on your own, you're going to take off with somebody else, you may be going to take off with the team, you may be going to take it off and go someplace else on the earth. You, one thing, it's going to be taken off. Depends of the level that you need to upgrade wherever you are in your current state. Okay, some will travel the old way. All right, some will travel by cars, some will travel by trains, somebody will travel by the aeroplanes. It all depends of where, what, and how you are level of understanding from within you. The more aware of you are about anything, you're gonna learn during the separations. Very important thing that it's a part of illumination. I will, if I was you, I will write this down. During a separation process, when you are on your own in a hermit mode, you're going to do a one thing, looking within yourself. And by looking at within yourself, there is a think of a process that goes on from within you. It's called self-awareness, self-growth, self-inspirations, self-evaluations. It all started with self. Okay, in that self for it, that is going to be a process that you actually going to grow, because there you are going to find things inside of you that you going to find your own powers. You're going to become independent, dependent of these energies, independent from within you. You're going to rebuild yourself, you're going to inspire yourself, you're going to illuminate yourself for the situations, you're going to illuminate yourself for the navigating the energies, you're going to illuminate yourself within the universe, you're going to illuminate yourself with everything that goes around with this new lifestyle that you are getting these upgrades right now. And that's what you should be able to do it. That's what I did in the past holidays when I was alone by myself, nobody. I know it sucks. I know you feel like crying. Why did they abandon me? Why did they let me go? Why did they hurt me? What the hell did I did to them? I know it's all these situations comes in. Why did they want to abandon me? Why did they don't like me? What is this? What is that? You might gonna end up in depression. Let me tell you about one thing about depression. It says about this. Before you look in yourself that you get diagnosed yourself with depression, make sure you're not dealing with someone who is immature. That's it. Or you have immaturity from within you. You can look at it from the grown-up standpoint, because if you're someone who is grown up but acting like a kid and acting on these situations, and for it, they're still playing the mind games and situations with it, are you the problem? Are you the situations in there? No. But you can look from within. You can get in there, you can inspire yourself, okay? It's time for me to look from with me. Why did I attract this person? What happened within these situations? How can I look at it? How can I improve it? And guess what? It's all begins with one word: self. Because you have to do this by yourself. You may be getting information from here, there, study, talk with friends, have consultations, and so on. All that is gathering informations. The inner work is in you. And during the holidays, you're doing divine work for you, but you also have a lot of time with you. So I wonder if there was some sort of separation season at the end of the last year, something with the energies again. Yes, there's gonna be these energies because one of the very good questions, Paulina. Welcome, detective. By the way, this video was suggested by the detective, and thank you, detective, for picking up this topic. But Paulina, that is actually very good because what happened last year, there was beginning the very intense energies of separations. That was it, midsummer. Midsummer, those energies actually begin so intense that leads to separations. That was in the last year holiday season, but they are right now ending on this holiday season. For beginning, we are going to have some more intense energies, but that's going to be down the road. Not right now, but now around Christmas during this holiday, the energies is going to be balancing out for those who did their inner work. That's going to be there's going to be a great learning, great situations, and so on. But yes, they are related with, they could be related with the end of this energies that was the last year, because the last year energies, they weren't great. A lot of the people went through separations, a lot of you experiencing these separations. A lot of the twins, actually, we're talking about January, February, March, people who I work with, all they confirmed this. There was a very similar cases. There was a very similar situations. They were reacting on those energies. Okay, but right now the people they are coming in, they're coming for one thing. What should I do to improve myself? What I have to get it done to get myself? What it's so on and on. The people, they want to put themselves together, back together. They want to clear the things out. They want to have more situations. For Andrea, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. For And something within this energy is going to be triggering you of what happened last year. You may find out your answers within you. You may find out the situations from within you. You might seek in it the same things. But look inside of it. What cause? What was the root cause of these separations there? Okay? Because when you fall down inside, when things are crumbling there within your internal world and the situations that there was nobody there, specifically, even if the person was supposed to be next to you, and so on and so on, who had to reason you up with the help of the divine? And that's what the last season, the last holiday season, was rough for some people, including me. But when we're talking about this separations, that was a divinely guided. That was it. You either gonna grow up or you're gonna stay down. And later on, the actions of you, if you did your evolutions and so on, will leading to a better positions in life, better situations. You probably reach a new illumination process. You reach a new inner peace within you, and you moved forward. You actually evolved. But if they stay there, they actually comes down. Now the gap is too big to be managed. And what it does is the divines look for the people who are here, looking at the higher vibrations, the people who does the work, the people who gets in the right situations. And there is, when I spoke about before about the evolution process, that evolution process for it has three different scenarios. Okay, those three different scenarios, if you know There he is, actually. You guys know that I like that. But if you want to grow, okay, you need to look within this. You're looking at and worry about the future. And if you crossing and making so much planning in there ahead, but because you want to manipulate the future, you go in and you create programming in there. You are missing this energies here that you're going to be in the present. If you're looking in the past, okay, down at the bottom, guess what? You're staying into the past. So when you use the holidays, get your projections and expectations to a minimum level, get into the reality, what's going on in the current timeline. Forgive about the past. You can't do anything about this past. Past is the past. You're looking at inside of it. Just to remind you, forgiveness of you is free you up with the intensity you to have balance with the energies. Okay, that's what that is. You to be balance yourself out, not the person. Okay, don't worry about a person. The person, the balance within the energy of equal give and take is under the universe there. What the universe will do, that's not your business. But it's your business with you. You get into here within this energy, you are going to be in the center. But I want to show you this because when two people coming together, they have two, they have three choices. They either is going to be stay in the past and they're not going to evolve with you. They're going to go through the future trying to bring that up programming, but programming doesn't help. But when a day comes in and join you in the current timeline with the truth, with the honesty, with everything inside, guess what? You are going to be evolve inside of you. You can apply this diagram first of all for yourself, but then you can apply it even within your relationship. Um, Separations is powerful if you use the separation properly. That's what this is. Okay, there we go. Um, felt taken care of. Thank you, Ray. So ask some questions now, but look within you. All my answers that has always been within you. If you were the cause for the separation, what did you do to cause that separation? If they were the cause for the separations, what was there within them? Why did you not see this coming? Why did you not see these situations? And so on and so on. But it's all about one thing: self awareness, self inspirations. You to get up, you to be that spiritual person, the spiritual energy, to be this. So, yeah, that's about it. I know for some of you, it's gonna be looking at during the separation, the holidays. If they contact me, what I'm gonna do, you will do. You will feel. You will feel the situations in there. You will know what to do. Detective, we were both the cause. Usually, the both have something to do with it. Okay, you maybe believed, and you were maybe these situations. Maybe there was a lot of immature personality situations in there. There could have been a lot of causes. The causes that be human behavior, that could be a lack of emotions, lack of expressing emotions. There could be the problem with distort energies within the personality in the persons, you or there, and so on. There is a lot of causes of this. But what it's going to be is that if you look at it in the separation as a problem, it will be a problem. But if you look at it in the separations as a path of you to look inside of you, you to evolve, that's what usually after a heavy breakdown, like anything, they don't want to communicate with nobody. They don't want to be doomed with nobody. They don't want to communicate with everybody. Because when they communicate, they only talk about what happened with this. And they, oh, well, she or he did this, she and they or he did that. I'm such a such, he is such a such, and begins always digging in. The best thing it is pack your backpack, get up on the plane, get up on a train, get someplace that you never been before, and nobody knows you. You go ahead and do your work. The psychologists, they're suggesting that during these separations, you should have to reevaluate your relationship before you getting yourself into another relationship, because you maybe missed a point of maturity within you, because maybe that connection is not going to work, maybe this connection will work, maybe the situation is going to improve, maybe not. You'll know from within yourself. We got the energy of the truth. We know how the truth, it feels like energy. A lot of you already know how to use this energy. You feel like when somebody's talking to you, it's like ding, 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 ding goes inside of it. And yeah, you have this warning sign in there. And it's like, what is it behind it? And you look at it, that the person that talks to you and they think they're telling you the truth, they have the face masks on and they're pretending like never nothing happened before. But you know how the truth is from inside. And it's like, oopsie daisy. You need to understand you cannot build something with someone who is with face mask. You learn that when you are married. You will learn that when in a marriage or in a relationship. If you had a longer relationship, that was a fake family, fake situations. You all got guys go through it. I mean, you got awakened as a twin flame because of you sensing this face mask situations. You finding that you created a false family. The person never really loved you with their soul. It was not truth. There was something else. So separation means not to be together. Yes, you're not together. A family, you're not in a physical and not in situations and so on. Yes, detective, that's what it is. To be ready to be together after a journey without each other, you cannot be together if you haven't healed the things that separate you. If you haven't healed the things that separate you, even if you get together, you're going to separate again. That's what the separations is, illuminations in disguise. Because that separations brings the issues why you're not together. And when you solve the issues why not together, you become together. Okay? That what this separations in disguise does. It is about the always come back. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you do. Some of the twin flames actually they get fed up. Some of the divines get fed up. That is something that you don't want to mess there with it, because some of the relationships, they're not only a twin flames. They're not only a soulmates. Some of the relationships have a connections with divine. You promise you're gonna do something, and you promise to the divine within your divine partner. You didn't fulfill it, and you're not dealing with the person. You're dealing with the third energy. And the third energy, it is like, hey, what the heck? Okay? So Separation processes all this, but can they become together? Everything is possible. Okay, with God, anything is possible. That's what you should look there. But you're right. Okay. Paulina, my definition of separation is on an energetic level. I was feeling both connected and separate to the same person, staying as separate continents. Oh, yeah, that separate continents, that separate situations, especially with the people who are in the other side of the world or far, far away. For it, if you look at it, Paulina, the separations, what causing it, the separations, and so on, you maybe eliminate yourself, you evolve, and you maybe are in that state of looking at that separations, what it taught you. But you did that with self awareness with yourself. If you did that, congratulations within. But yes, that separations is you're not together. I mean, separations actually is the worst. Separation is when they are physically next to you or they're in a very physical proximity, but you're light years away from each other. You're light years from each other. Or they sitting next to you and you feel the separations within them because you you or them did something, didn't satisfy something, maybe child games, maybe situations, wounded inner childs, whatever you can name it in there. Okay, so that is the worst separation is, or separations like a co-workers. You are working together during the holidays. Boom. Separation during the holidays with a coworker. You see them, they're next to you. You're in separation. How do you feel? What do you do? What is it going on? Expecting a gift? All you get is sadness, grief, missing. And you look deep in there. You dive deep from within. They dive deep within. And when you get into the shadow, they can do one thing. They can get themselves up. They can find the love within the center of the soul. And they could come back and they say, I will do everything that needs to be. I was like this, and this. I can get into these situations. I'm going to get into this, so on. I'm going to do this, and so on. Maybe you were like, yeah, I can understand all this. I understand these situations. I understand what it is, and so on. I'll give you a chance you to fix this or fix that. But that's how it goes. But you have to go through this self-awareness during this separation time. You eliminate yourself. Either the connections is going to be coming in, it's going to be working out, it's going to be dealing with the work, or the connection is going to be kind of like dissolve. Some of you that feel right now those energies, you need to understand that some of the soul contracts during this period of time for it, they're going to turn into karma. Simply because the soul contract cannot be fulfilled the way it was written, the way it was agreed, the way the things happened in there, then that soul contract it's turning to karma. And some of it asked me, Dio, what the heck you mean? Actually, I was talking to somebody else, but today we had a good conversations with Nick. He's probably sleeping right now. But we talk about this because unfulfilled soul contracts, it turns to karma. And what that is, we actually went in there a little bit more deep. And we talk about the gravity, the energies, and so on. You need to understand. You may have forgiveness here on earth. May the person forgive you. Maybe you forgive the person, and so on. The universe maintains one thing: balance, balance within the energy. And if there was no balance within the connection, the universe sends karma, creates this karma. It destroys this contract and says, in the base of this contract that wasn't fulfilled, guess what? This and this is going to happen. You have a balance within the universe of the energies. That is in the base of the gravity of the energy. If you understand it, what it's that mean, that it is the energies that they give you and you didn't give back, or maybe you give them and they don't give back. Okay, so those are the situations in there. I will please, guys, like you if you're not blowing the chat because I can't follow up where I was and where I am. So if the chat gets too long, I'm losing where I am. Thank you, guys. So to see, because I get distracted by this. So if you take it in the energy terms, I did not withdraw my energy until many, many months ago. You need to understand sometimes you have to withdraw the energy because that energy is they only feed it within and you don't receive any energies back. Doesn't matter if that's emotional, that is a energetic, that is a gravitational, or that is a any other form of energy, even money's energy, or material situations of energy, or words, spoken words. That is a energy in there, and that's what a lot of the people who are immature, they don't have the guts to have this accountability for all this. So you got to be very careful with this when you give energies, how much you give, and when did you give, what did you give it for, and so on from within. Okay, because a lot of the chasers, they give so much energy and they get nothing back. What happened with the energies in there? You give it on your own will. You want to save the situation, want to feel this. Now there is no balance in there. Okay, but the person you send the energies in, they can deny it, or they actually took that energy and they do whatever they feel good, and so on. Do you know what happens when you stop feeding your twin flames with energies, with love? They have no other place they can get that energy. They will look somebody, they will go through situations, so on and so on. They can put their face mask, they may try to move on and so on and so on, but that particular energies that it's between you, that combined unifications energy is not anymore there. Now they begin to look, they begin to evaluate themselves from within, and they illuminate themselves about the journey that you guys have together. So, detective, be mindful about this. And that was the trigger of her awakening, apparently. Yes, actually, the missing of your energies within them is awakening them. How are they going to be awakened? It all depends. CC, what is the purpose of there's new development, energy, and growth? The purpose of new development and the growth, that is it, because all this process right now with evolutions is you need someone who to be leader. Talk about Crow Girl. I don't see her here today, but Crow Girl, you guys gotta understand that somebody has to be up front. Somebody has to lead. Somebody's got to be out there, and you cannot be connecting with someone who is bringing it down. That's what the new energies are, because you are supposed to go together into these energies. You're not, and they decide not to be with you. They decide to go ahead and screw everything up within themselves because of situations or so on within, and these new developing energies of growth. It's they either going to be developed from within themselves, they're going to take this fast road of development, or simply they're not coming with you. It all depends of what is your purpose, what is your job, what is your destiny in there. You see what I'm saying? This is like you go into a college. You have a college, you are studying together, you're living together, you're going together, and guess what? You go in at the end of when you're taking the final exam, one of you passed, the other won't. So the one goes in life and gets this beautiful job and so on and so on, and the other person, still have to study, have to get this exam is going on, to get this diploma, the situations, or they simply said, you know what, it's not for me. I'm just gonna go. I'm working over at fast food chain or restaurant. I want to do something. So, this situation. It all depends. So yes, it's true. Lower energy. Yes, it's the end of karmic cycles. Exactly happened to me. Yeah, together but super alone, and the way to fix it better way. Yeah. Um, yeah, together but super alone, and the way to fix it because the other person won't do the work and you can't push it. Yes, exactly. You can't push them. You need to understand you can't push someone to do something. You understand this during the process of running chasing. Was what was the purpose of running chasing? You to understand you were on separation. You didn't want it to separate. You didn't like the process of separate. Why you didn't like the separation process? Oh, you don't like the separation process because you didn't get your inner work as you used to, as supposed to. You don't like the separation. Now the separation is coming to tell you, here we go, we needed things to fix within. So if you look at it, separate and actions, that's what the separations is. Separate action. The separate action creates the separations, different actions from you and different actions from them, not the union actions that you have the same actions as a couple, creates this separation. Now, through the separations, you do your own separate actions from within, and that will determine it. You're going to have and go to your union, or simply this is going to turning into a karmic situations inside. It all depends of what are you going to do, how the journey is going to be between you and them. Always on her phone, always distracted, anxious, and start something based of nothing. Yeah, gotta be careful because this newer generations, they're always in the phone, they're always with things, they're always hiding. Maybe they don't post that they are officially in the relationship on a social media or someone or so on. Those are red flags there. Maybe they are looking for something, or they still like they're like a one leg in, but the one leg out for that is because inside of them something is missing. They looking at for maybe you're not the one, maybe you're not the person, maybe you're not the situations. Maybe I have to go with this, maybe you have to go with that, and so on and so on. That is because they still looking for something, some kind of specific energies that they are missing, maybe since childhood. And now they keep looking outside. Wrong. The separations for some of you is going to be doing exactly that. This, that what you are seeking outside, it's have to build from within. If you're seeking attention from your twin flame, you have to build the attentions that you have to give it to them because you're seeking attention. That means you didn't give attentions, you didn't give enough. If you're seeking love from them, did you give them a love, or you taught them that? Some of you already know me. I don't cut the crap when I say the things the way they are. And that's what we are talking about. But the separations, exactly talking about this. And during these holidays, give yourself a gift. Go buy yourself a thing. Go love yourself. Go donate a little bit money if you're stingy. If you've been stingy in your life, go donate some little money. Do something totally opposite of what you've been doing so you can develop things from within you. Always. Then when it's expressed in a way, always from a place of ego and fear and never love and soul and I'm alone. Well, that's more sound like a breadcrumbing detective. If I was you, go take a look and study the breadcrumbing in relationships. Yeah, that is a lot of immature situations in there. A lot. Christine, our divine love each other and wants to together, but ego say he's strong, his ego let her without family. You need to understand the ego is gonna be a very high. Oh, they didn't send me a gift, or they didn't did this, or they did that, and so on. You're acting like a kid. Yeah. So, detective, I think her wounded, stuck in your child didn't feel safe, and then it was focus ego pursuit. Yes. Yeah, the wounded inner child. Some of the twin flames, they're going to hit you because of the wounded inner child within them. They're still mad about it. There's somebody hurt them, some kind of like situations happen to them, and they're going to take it on you. Why? Because you're triggering that pain. And they think you are going to hurt them like somebody else hurt them from before. And they haven't healed it. So there is a two possible situations and exit out of this. They either gonna grow or they are gonna abandon you of fear that you may gonna hurt them. So that is um, a for all this that goes on for. That is it. Like your twin flame, all of a sudden it just bolts out. They're just bolting out because they cannot cope. You find out what's going on with them. So be careful there with that wounds in there because they're running away from these wounds. So Erica, oh, I'm sorry, Christine. Thanks you for yesterday. Oh, you're welcome, Christina. Erica, I feel very good alone. I'm in a good energies inside. I allow the universe bring us together. I feel the peace inside. I can only let them do his work. Exactly, like him do the work. Exactly. You should have these energies with your twin flame. You give them, just give them the peace inside, the inner peace. That's it. That brings the inner peace from within you. That brings you to a next level. You are not codependent on them. You're not feeding them energy. You're not doing anything for them. You help them to grow. You help them to grow. Okay? That is another positive part of the separations. If they don't want to grow, they don't. But taking that approach of give them the freedom, allowing things to evolve naturally, not pushing, not programming, not hush hush, not push push. No, naturally. That what it is. The purpose of these separations in there. Okay? When you get all those situations inside of you, then you get all this and you understand the freedom of love. Because you know what? That's what it says. You open the cage, you let the bird out. The bird of a fear will stay in the cage because that's what it's used to and that's what it feels secure. Somebody feed that bird, somebody clean up the cage, and the bird is all safe. But some of the birds, they're gonna fly out. They're gonna see happy world. They're gonna spread their wings out there. They're gonna begin and look everything. And some of those birds will not come back. But some of those birds, they spread their wings and they'll come back there. Now, they're free. They're not anymore in the cage. But if you look at it, that it is some of the people living on fears. They are in the cage, even if the door is open. Even if you are that door that you open that door, they never took the flight with you. They didn't took the flight because they preferred They to have you inside of the cage instead instead of you free them out of the cage. So look inside with these situations. But Erica, you're taking the right approach. You're taking this approach of interdependence, where the freedom is this unconditional love that we talk about it. Okay, you give that freedom. Because what does matter if you're with your twin flame, but you keep them in a jail, like in an old relationship? Oh, you're my husband. Oh, you're my wife. You need to be like this and so on. That is not the purpose of the twin flame. No, twin flames have to build paradise, not a hell. Yeah, you gotta go through the hell because that's what we're programmed here. But once you get into this state that separation does, guess what? You allow things to be natural. You're not worried about the things. They're gonna call you, they're not gonna call you, they're gonna it is. You know what? They will call you. They are free with them now. They choose you. You choose them. Comes naturally. You're missing that inner peace with them. With them, you just choose them. They choose you. There you go. No more playing games. No more immature situations. No more this. No more that. So keep on going, Erica. Actually, you're doing very well. I'm proud of you. You can pat yourself on the back. Uh, cool cup of coffee, by the way. Thank you, thank you. Dio, what happens if the twin flame acknowledge and they change their thought and each forgives the other? Will there be still a karma? Forgiveness without uh, fixing the energies balance of equal give and take is going to be staying as a karma. And it will. Simply because of the purpose of the universe is to maintain balance. Balance between the light and the dark. That was between give and take. That is it. The balance with everything, because everything is in balance. It has to have the equality. That's what two people want to come together. They have to be equal to themselves. That's what this is. Okay, you put into the relationships, I put it into the relationships. We all will grow. Okay, this is like a two couple coming together and they're going to invest in a bank. If you're familiar with investments, hopefully you do, it's all huge difference if you put $10,000 in the bank or investments, $20,000 in the investments. Because instead of the money doubling for a certain period of time, they can become, for example, if that's a mutual fund, that's a 12% rate of return. So guess what? Those $10,000 for 6 years, they're going to become $20,000. But if that was a $20,000 for 6 years, they will become $40,000. See my point? And for another six, they're going to become 80,000. And if you by yourself, 10,000, 20, 40,000. See, there is a huge difference in there of the amounts when you working together and involved. But people don't look at it that way. So, but if the 1%, says I'm going to put in, but then it goes and takes the whole thing out, then guess what? There is not equal. There is not equality, and it has to be equal give and take. You borrow, you return. You took, you'll be taken. Hopefully, that is not with some other situations, but that's kind of goes because that's the way it is. That's the law of karma. Mm. So, Yeah, Paulina, investments with you. Exactly. Also, another question: if the twin flames are separate and the contact is broken, they if they change and grow, can will be reunited. Um, all the reunion, it is controlled after separation is controlled by the divine within, but also with what was the damage of the separations. Some of the damage is beyond repair. If you think about like this, for if your twin flame bought you a car and you totally crashed it, that is total beyond repair. The insurance company will give you something and so on and so on. But when it comes to an energy's time and effort that the universe put in there, and that was a crash, then oh, now you're dealing with universe, not the insurance company that's going to return your car. That is a little different. The mindset that you are going to go for it with this new evolutions that currently upgrades that's going on, you will understand the key word there within the new is balance, balancing out. You're balancing your energies, you're balancing yourself, you're balancing your emotions, you balance the spirituality from within. Things are a little bit higher in perspective of changing your perspectives from human based mind to a spiritual based mind. Some things that you think that human psychologists told you now they are not. From the divine perspective, you're going to look at a term of energy, frequency, and vibrations. I didn't say that. Nikola Tesla said that. Einstein said, you want to find God, you want to find more within. You guys going to look at the situations when it comes to the quantum spirituality. That's got to work with gravity. What is gravity? That keeps the whole universe in its life. That is the life force energy, the gravity. So if they're gonna be reunited, it all depends of the journey and the both individual. That is like a re-signing new soul contract. So some of these people will reunite. Some of the people will decide like I can't build with this. So your wish is my command, the law of attraction. If you feel like you can't build with them, you can't trust them, and you don't feel the right energies, you can't do the things with them, it is what it is. It's happened in the twin flames before us. Just because they didn't have the guts to talk about this, it's not our fault. But in the past 10 years and so on, there was so much information about twin flames. So you can look, but now things are coming fall into place. So it could be a unions, it could not be. That's what the current energy is about. You should be with your twin flame, without twin flame. You can go alone, you can be with somebody else. It's all going to be determined on the road, on the fly. Because people come in, people learn, people go in. Somebody in the last minute passed the test and so on. You know, guys, what's going on. So, Dio, she's 41. Does this count as newer generations? Let me tell you something, detective. You can have somebody who is even my age, 59 or forever 60. But if they had a problem and they got stuck as a child, they have a childhood trauma, and they got stuck there as a kid, and they never grow up mentally, you're probably dealing with someone who is 50 or 60 years old, and he's still like somebody has to take care of him, like he's not grown up man to take care of his own, to go to work, to make money, to support himself, to cook, to wash his dishes, to do his laundry. That's a grown up man, not somebody's like I don't know what to do, I don't know what to get, and so on and so on and so on within this. Maturity doesn't have nothing to do with age, because of if you look in this case, I know some people who are there in 20s. They are more mature and at some levels than even me because they can take care of themselves. They learn it in life. They matured early. They are prematurely had to go through tough times in this world, but they matured. So age is not falling in within this newer generations, but some of these generations that were born with Uranus and Scorpio, they are immature. The reason they are immature because they like somebody else to give them to them, somebody else to provide for them. That's how they learn. That's how they were spoiled. That's why right now there is so much crisis in there. So I thought breadcrumbing had to do with giving attentions and love in small and inadequate bits. No, actually, breadcrumbing, detective, is that, for example, you went out, you bought grocery, you went, you cooked, you did everything, you put it on the table, and so on and so on. Everyone eats, and nobody worry about it. That was anything left over for you. That is a only left on the table for you was the crumb you to eat. But that it is about you give the love, you give the attentions, you give support, you give everything, and so on and so on. And at the moment you need a support, you need something that goes on, there is nobody there. All it's left for you, it's little leftovers of this, of that, so you can put yourself together. That's what it's called breadcrumbing. Look at it, the breadcrumbing in the psychology. So I like dance with my twin flame, be happy. Happy party, yes. Erica, thank you for the hearts. Investment clients with you, be mindful where you invest your energies. Yes, you got to be very mindful where you invest your energies. Actually, yes, that is correct. Thank you. Erica, notice because I'm becoming more fearless, I show him the bird. He has to have fear. He comes closer and again. I'm also his mirror. This mirror show him truth, love, freedom. Yes. Yes, Erica. That's this. When you do this, you show them how they can be free. You free their fears. You point out their fears. You show them maybe situations. You maybe show them energies. You show them how actually this could be within, because you know the road. But the one person knows the road, the other person knows the fear. Because through the road, through the love and through the fear, when that's coming together, shows up what it needs to be work. Okay. But either the person's gonna find out their fear within themselves and they're gonna fall out, or they're gonna see their fear, get to work, and they're gonna fix the situations. But if you do this with passion, compassion, and love and everything, great. So yes, keep on going with that directions and let the things happen naturally. Don't push, don't rush. It's not like the first thing in the morning you text them, hey, how are you? And you're desperate and you're pushing the need for their energy and they feel the pressure. No, 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 no. No. They feel the energies naturally. When they mission your naturally peace inside of you, then they call it. And it's like, yeah. So that's the way it should be, natural. That's what it is. It is possible that a twin flame couple doesn't have a contact and they are volunteer already, are in heaven and returned for special mission for which they volunteered. Uh, a twin flame couple doesn't have a contract and they are here voluntary. It's all possible with all different scenarios here. Some of the twin flames, maybe they like this because I haven't looked at it so far with these situations, this one. But we are all volunteered here. We all volunteered here. We came for something very special during these spatial times. For but if they're already in heaven and returned for special mission of which they volunteered, That is could be the case if you are volunteers. You know, the volunteers comes in and helps. That's the humanity volunteers. That is the volunteering. Like a couple comes and they decide, you know, we are going to work. 30% of our money that we are going to make, we're going to shrink our house. We're going to shrink our situations. We don't have to spend so much money. What we are going to do about this 30% within is that we don't spend, we're actually going to open up a feeding the homeless kitchen. So you go there, you cook, you volunteer there, and that's the volunteerism. It's kind of like a give you in a nutshell. But if you look at it within the twin flames, if there is a volunteers in here, they actually is going to comes in and they're going to be like supporting the other twin flames. They need help. That's might be looking at if you're asking more deeply within this situations. This one very good thing though, very good. You made me reach deep inside of this. He's 48 to 38, but I love him without fear. But I love him more. I know more. I love him. Yes, get to know yourself is the path to know another person. Very good, Christine. Doing some job. Detective Blue Swan sounds like a Bodhisattva ascended souls who choose to keep coming back to live suffering. Suffering, yes, but you know, they came in here because of things. For some of that, actually, detective you may talking about also the souls who actually participated in something in destroying people for their egoistic base. They maybe killed a lot of people and so on. Now they have to come here and fix all the situations of this suffering. Also, I was told by medium that my TF soul already ascended, but to choose to stay back with mine because mine hasn't. You need to understand the soul. It is about to be embodied. By the way, Venus today it is in the. It's gonna go through this embodiment of the soul. For that is the second and the third degree of Capricorn. That the first degrees of Capricorn is talking about this. So some of you may be embodying a soul right now within you in charge in there. So talking about feminine energies there, you can go ahead and look at it, the Sabian symbols about these first 2, 3, 4 degrees of Capricorn. You'll get what it is. Happy soul, happy life. M. Rivera, I don't know M, but Rivera, welcome here and hello to you. Thank you for coming to our chat. Glad to see you. If you have any questions, free to ask. But I suspect that I inspire her soul to become Bodhisattva for. If you inspire her to do, but don't inspire her to suffer. You cannot make them. They make themselves suffer with their actions. So gotta be very careful with all this. All right, Blue Swans 330. Thank you, Leo. You guys, welcome. If you guys have any idea for tomorrow's chat, or actually tomorrow, maybe the best thing is to have open questions of things in your journey that you guys need some more guidance in there, and the situations within you. I think that's going to be a pretty good for this. If you have any more questions now, let's talk about it. Let's see the things inside for 1818 on the clock. I was wondering why I have to look the numbers or something. Somebody is important, those 1818. I don't know who that is, but yeah. So again, guys, to remind you, I'm gonna be out after tomorrow. So thank you for being here. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the liking the videos. And we've been here as a community. All right, guys. Purity, thank you. All right, guys. Let's share the love and the light if there is no more. And I want to wrap it up with a few words. Separation can lead to love in the proper way, if it's done in the proper way, because you are separate from within, because you created these separations with others. A person who is able to reach nirvana but delays going also for compassion in order to save suffering beings. Yes, but sometimes this it's pretty good, detective, to be getting it done for. But these souls they choose this, and when they choose it, they have a contract that they choose this. Very seldom, maybe someone will volunteer about this mission unless they've been helping to create this world long time ago. And when they were here developing this world long time ago, they are protecting it. If you're looking at it on that standpoint, for that's what this bodhisattva is. That's the people who protecting the earth as a creation. And God bless you if you destroy this earth, and they're here. I don't see you working on this. So, all right. By you and all, thank you. Diamond B, thank you for the love and the baby. Paulina, I wanted to share. I really appreciate the love and support environment we all created here. It helped me a lot, and I'm sure many others as well. Thank you, Paulina. Thank you. I appreciate it. Erica, Christine, and Detective. All right, guys. Let me send you some love and light, and I will see you tomorrow here, guys, and get some ready with questions and situations and so on. And I'm giving you a little fire with love with you guys. There you go. Some cosmic love, and some gifts for you. Much love to you guys. Love you. Thank you so much for being here. And guys, hopefully everything's gonna be okay. Come back soon, and we'll be happy and so on. For chat today, I will not gonna be available for a chat today. The reason is I have an appointment that is booked for 2 hours. I have a TF talk and astrology report. The astrology report itself is about like hour and a half, and 10 with the twin flame talk. I will probably be talking about like for it. But guys, grow up with this. You don't need me in the chat room. I will set up the chat room, and if I have a chance to come in and be there with you guys, I will be there. How about that? You guys want to be doing this? Let me know. Actually, I can have a cigarette maybe with you until you guys make up your minds. You guys want to talk to each other in the chat room. Actually, I was looking for someone who wants to be setting up this chat. If you guys want to chat daily in there, video chat and communicate within yourself, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good if you guys take these situations and grow up as the leaders with you. You know, just because I'm not there, you guys can do this for. So you guys want to chat? I'm gonna hang up this video. I'm gonna go ahead and create that chat that it's gonna be open. You guys can go right away after this and so on. But I need to go ahead and do some things for it. That's how it is. And that's what the situation is for it. And I want to say thank you guys for the support. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for liking. Thank you for being coming to the channel and so on. And keeping this community, keeping going. All right, guys. Appreciate so much. Love you all. And go with this separation with them. Go illuminate yourself. That is my message to you guys. Be loved.